How many times do we approach leadership or work with a fear we'll get something wrong, we'll mess up, we'll offend someone, we'll hurt someone's feelings, something bad might happen and we might get blamed? And how different is it to approach our work and our leadership, starting with a sense of trust and belief that no matter what happens, as long as we approach it in good faith, with a clean conscience, and a sort of humble heart, that everything will be okay. One approach starts with pressure and intensity, and the other starts in a much more softer and sort of open, um, and relaxed way. And I think that I know the patients would notice the difference between their health professional, just like people working in a system can notice the difference between a leader that shows up uh, with a default position of fear versus a leader that shows up with a default position of kind of grace and openness. To be able to get there, though, you really have to work on yourself because we all have deeply held fears, and insecurities. We all have things that we're afraid of and things that we are conditioned to believe. So many people I mentor, the simple truth is I have to help them get to a point where they realize that they actually have nothing to prove, that their enactment of leadership has to be a practice that's not sort of a corrective experience with ulterior motives about what they need to prove of themselves. So many times we teach people that, right? Like if you ascend in a system, you advance, you become a leader, somehow that makes you more valuable, or somehow that makes you more worthy because of the structural power that you accrue. And I think that's a problem with how we think and talk about leadership because for me to be the most effective as a leader, you actually have to start with intentionality that you're choosing this is more of a calling. It's something that is brought and done in service to all the other people that might give you or entrust you with that role, rather than from a position of needing to be a leader or to practice leadership to somehow prove your worth. You're starting with a completely different orientation towards yourself than towards the work.